Lecture 3. Understanding how Python works. So far, you have learned what Python is and written your first simple program. But now it's time to understand what's going on behind the scenes. What exactly happens when you press run? How does Python take the code you wrote and turn it into something your computer can execute? In this lecture, we will look at how Python reads and processes your code without diving into heavy technical detail. The goal is to help you build a solid mental model of how Python operates so that future errors and bugs feels a little less mysterious. You will learn what happens step by step when you run a Python program. We will learn the role of the interpreter, the difference between writing code and executing it, and how Python reads your instructions one line at a time. You will also get a quick look at what common error messages mean and how they help you improve your code. Objectives of the lecture. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to understand how Python reads and runs your code, learn the difference between writing code and executing it, explore the role of the Python interpreter, get introduced to the idea of errors and feedback in programming. Python is an interpreted language. When we say Python is an interpreted language, we mean that it doesn't need to be fully compiled like some other languages, for example C++ or Java. Instead, it reads and executes your code line by line, translating it into actions your computer understands as it goes. This is why when you write like this program, we are using Python interpreter as well, and we are using Spider for Python as we are using this Anaconda navigator as well. So you can use any of these, and it runs the same as it is 3.14 as well, and it is the updated version of Spider as well. So it has a different interface, and it comes with all these buttons and the instruction as well. And this interpreter is as simple as you can see, so you can run the same code on both of these as you feel comfortable. When you write this code like print hello world, and it runs the same as well. When you write print hello world, it prints the same as you can see. Python immediately shows you the result in the terminal. There is no waiting, just instant feedback. For example, I just want to run it again. When you just click on this run, here you can see it instantly gives us the output as hello world, or you can change the word as well. For example, hello everyone. So this is how fast the Python interpreter is, and you can just run the program as you can just write the code. Think of the interpreter as a translator working with you in real time, converting your instructions into computer actions one sentence at a time. Writing versus running code. Let's break it down into two parts. Writing code is when you are typing out your instructions, usually in a file ending in .py, which says Python. Nothing happens yet, you are just drafting. Running code is when you ask Python to actually follow those instructions. That's when you will see output or feedback and where the interpreter comes in. So when you just click on this run, then interpreter runs this code, everything that you have already written in here. When you run the file, Python starts at the top and goes through each line, one after another. If it hits something it doesn't understand, like a typo or a missing bracket, it stops and shows you an error message. How Python sees your code. Behind the scenes, here is what happens when you hit run. Python reads the code from the top to bottom. It checks each line for correct structure called syntax. If everything looks good, it translates the instructions into actions. If something is wrong, Python throws an error and tells you what went wrong. For example, when you just print like this one, we just write another code as print, or you can just remove this text and write another code as print with this one, but you just skip one quotation mark and you just write as hello world. And when you just click on this run, it comes with syntax error, unterminated string literal detected at 8 line. So here you can see it comes with an error as one quotation mark is missing in this syntax. This line has a missing quotation mark. Python won't run it. Instead, it will show you an error, probably something like syntax error. Here you can see unterminated string literal detected at line number 8. So you can see it's not always in plain English, but once you know what to look for, these messages are super helpful. Mistakes are part of the process. Every programmer, beginner, or expert deals with errors every day. What matters is learning how to read them. Quick look, the Python shell and script files. There are two main ways to run Python program. Interactive mode, the shell. You type one line and Python runs it immediately. Great for testing or quick experiments. Script mode. You write a full program in a file and run the whole thing at once. This is what you will do for projects or assignments. Both are useful and you will probably switch between them often.